Welcome everybody to the August 6th gameplay review. I played 6 to 9 this morning, played about 6 games, and we're going to go over some of the best plays, some of the worst plays, go over what I need to improve on and stuff like that. I tried to do this yesterday, but it wasn't well structured, but today I've got it. You better believe you're in for some real good ball here. All right, let's start off with the very first game, and this is not the first serve. Rarely do I serve first, but let's see. What are we working on here? Oh, we are talking about how trash my bump setting is. Look at how far off I kept him. Okay. Move. Oh, we already switched sides. No other highlights in the first 7 plays. This is something I'm trying to get a little bit more used to. The reason that I chose right side in general was because I figured that if I was playing on the right side, which I think is this way for you guys. No, it's this way. If I'm playing on the right side, then my blocker, who's going to be taller and probably a more threatening hitter than me, is going to be on the left, so I can do plenty of options for them. As much as I love hitting, I know that my blocker can probably succeed way better than me, so I've got to get used to the fact that sometimes they are going to hit out of bounds. That's just how it works. He's upset with himself too. It was a good pass. Rare for me. Decent pass there, and I actually make a pretty good play out of it. Oh my gosh. Hello, sausage. What's going on? Jesus. He came up with so many claws. Okay. Good dig. But my hand setting's decent. He even kind of yelled there a little bit. I don't know if the audio picked it up, but he tried to fake out. That's Matt. Fake out the swing. Yeah, I think I put these in here because I'm talking about how bad my bump setting is. Also, that was in. That's crazy. Talking about how bad my bump setting is, but my hand setting, phenomenal. Now, all of a sudden, I'm shirtless. Now, I don't know what you guys think about your blocking. Maybe you're a little taller than me, but let's see. That's not that threatening, unfortunately, so I'm going to need to step up my vertical just a tad bit. Apologies to all the defenders that have to play behind me. Alright, getting to serving. This is probably talking about defense. Notice how early I'm in my position here. I am trying to work on this. I feel like there were too many situations in previous sessions where I am still moving while the hitter's going up, and that just puts you in a much worse position to dig. You can't move while you're in the air. Like, you can't push off of the air and get to the spot you need to. So this is me establishing my defense early. He didn't hit at me, so it didn't work out, but it will work out in the future. And by future, is it this play here? Not quite. I did get back kind of slow. Everything just felt slow today, and that is probably the worst part about my game, was the hitting right there. And that is going to be pretty consistent. Look at that. Look at that set. I can't believe this goes in. That is insane. Oh, there we go. You saw it bounce on the line there. That's nuts. He was hitting that so much. You can see the frustration on other Aaron. Okay. Oh, we get a pass. Little let serve. See how my hit is? Oh, long gone. Well, just semi-gone. Definitely not in. And another tape serve. What the heck was that pass? I'm just getting it over. Okay, established. Able to move into it. Another free ball sent over. And, man, I have got to work on my hitting. That was a bad transition. I'm getting used to this whole hotkey thing, so bear with me here. It might take me a while, but I like the way this is structured. I'm going to do a little layout and everything. I'm going to be like a little Twitch live streamer for y'all. Decent pass, lots of spin on it. And finally, another tape swing, but I sided out. That's the important part. Going on to game 2 here. This is actually more so like game 3. We did 2 games with each partner, but I figured I'd show you 1 game with each partner just because I don't want to be here all day. You don't want to be here all day. Let's get into it. Getting my hips behind the ball, and that's a pretty decent bump set for where that where that pass went. Also notice, I think all of these games, no, not all of them, just these first 2 games are with the same core 4. We had 8 people out today. That's 2 separate courts, and we were able to play workup for the first time ever that I've gone out like 6 a.m. We just don't have that many courts here in Nashville. What a weak peel from me. I think that's what I was trying to say. This is like the most unathletic I've looked in the morning, so gotta work on my blocking ability. I probably honestly should have just stayed up. He's a big man. He's like 6'5", 6'6", something like that. All right, another side switch. Bump set. Decent bump set. He's peeling. Why is he peeling? He looked more nonchalant than I did peeling. And great swing from Aaron. I should be a commentator. Right. Track it. That's just phenomenal. Great work, Aaron. Look at me. What am I blocking here? The ball has already gone past me and my hands have just now gotten over the net. So, great work. Blocking is not my strong suit, and I think I have taken too much time away from it because I'm like, I don't have a future of blocking. But for as long as I split block, I should probably get a little bit better. Now this play I like because I think this is one of my best assets as a setter, is my ability to get my hips behind the ball. Granted, it's not the best set. I think he wanted it a little bit closer to him, but I was able to at least make it a playable ball. Ooh, this is this play right here. Man, you know, very early on I showed you how bad my bump setting was. So as I went and chose more clips, I decided to show you how good my bump setting can get. And let me talk about my thought process through this real quick. In general, I just talked about getting my hips behind the ball. But in a situation where you're rushing like this, I think it's way more important to get your shoulders lined up with where you want to set. Aaron in this situation, great pass, honestly, to the middle of the court, called for a 5, which is this zone here. And I was able to get my shoulders in line with the antenna and just gently back set. Nice height, give him time to analyze the court and do a full approach. And he does a great hit around this block, cut shot just out of Matt's reach. Probably could have got it, but, you know, he was in a scramble. He was afraid of the high line. A little bit better block from me, and I beat the big man. I'm pretty tall. I just found out this week I'm 5'11". I'm still huge. Couldn't decide whether to peel or not. The ball ended up coming over, and I put it down. Look at that. Honestly, out of all my hits, this is one of the better ones, which is saying a lot about how bad my hitting is, because this really wasn't that impressive. Tomorrow, doing drills, gonna be working on that. Oh yes. Oh yes. Look at that big block up there. Working on the vertical still. In a couple months, that's going straight down. I'm slamming it right back down in Matt's pretty little face there. But for now, I'm just a defender up at the net. This is something I've been working on a lot lately. I kind of threw away the idea of taking option balls on the right side as a right-handed player, but it turns out that Sweden, both members of their team are right-handed, and they're pretty good at taking options on either side. So, suck it up, Aaron. and let's do some work. That was a great play. Just barely got under the block there, too. I honestly feel pretty guilty taking blocks away from people, or swings away from people.
No!
The reason that he's yelling no there is he was talking about a play from Sweden recently. And I actually have it up here. Sorry, it's going to be terrible, terrible quality, but Peacock and the Olympics do not like you screen recording their stuff. So I'm going to show you anyway, despite it being illegal. So don't snitch on me, please. Let's see. This play is incredible. So we talked about that play, how you could shank the ball pretty bad and still recover from it. So Matt, after seeing JP shank the ball like this, was hoping that that set would be his Olympic play as well.
No!
There's his disappointment. Seam serve. Good call from me, and just the grossest arm swing imaginable here. Look at my contact point there. I could have hit that with my nose. Works out though, fortunately. I don't know if it was going to hit the back line, but it was too fast for JP to react, and that's all that matters. Okay, all right. I don't call for a quick set. As you can see here, one of the big problems with my attack is my timing. I've already started moving forward before the ball even touched his hands. And fortunately, I actually looked at the court this time, which is rare for me. And I was able to find that corner. Pretty good shot, honestly. Even if he was there, it might have been difficult to dig. Let's see. Stabilize, boom. Great dig. This is my play of the day right there. Oh my gosh. First of all, jump float serve. Working on that. I move to my spot. I'm there. I'm ready for any shot. He goes high line. I'm rushing that down. Cut shot. I'm rushing that down. Swings directly at me. You know I got the dig. Look at me. I'm getting that. Easy. A little bit in front of my blocker, which I think a lot of people mess up with. They try to pass the ball right on top of their blocker. Really hard to set those balls. And I call for a 30. If you know what a 30 is, it's basically antenna height, which is pretty fast for beach, directly in the middle. Man, they do not look ready for that. There I am sprinting up. Huge drawback on my arms. Slam it down. Went in the fiddle. Hit deep middle. I can't hit any shallower than that, so good play from Aaron. And Aaron. Establish my spot. Little loopy dig. Doesn't quite get to where I need it, but you know I got the self-cover reverse cut shot bump. Go for a jump serve. I succeed with the jump serve. Sends up a sky ball set. And that's how it goes. That's the second game. Let's move on to the final one where I do jump serves the entire time. This play, first of all, Ball Time, the app that I'm using, seems to not like jump serve that much because it always cuts it as I'm throwing the ball up. But I did not think this was getting anywhere close to in. Just barely goes over the net, tags that line. That is probably the best serve of the day, accidentally. Then I get it to the right side, which is arguably my hardest shot. Lazy dig from me there. Takes it over. Why is this rally still going on? Another pass. Poorly optioned it. And I hit it out. How do I go from that ace to that? That's what I get. Bonk me on the dang head. Let's see that again. Let's get an instant replay of what I deserve. Bonk. I gotta get a soundboard now so I can do little bonk sound effects. Pass. Set. Oh my gosh. I think that this, the highlights that I have for this play or this game are simply going to be all my hitting errors. This was the last game of the day. Definitely exhausted. Look at me. I can't even get that slow freaking pokey over. Anthony doesn't do that very often, so I wasn't really ready for it. I can pass, though. However, I cannot hit without hitting the tape. My jump just wasn't there. I didn't even block. I knew my partner got it. How is this ball still in the air? Pass. Wanted to option me there. Didn't work out. Does a little dinky shot. Sorry, JP. I didn't mean to call you dinky. And he touches the net. Here I was like, bro, if you touch it, let me know. I can chase it down. As if I was going to go chase that. Me getting that all the way over here. But he touched net anyway, so didn't matter. I'm really, really working on not blaming people anymore. Way to get my hips behind that ball for a good pass. And let's see, do I ruin it? I don't. Guys, I can hit. No need to practice. I got this. I can definitely set. Dude, if I was that tall, I'd be poking stuff like that all the time. But I can still do it by just jumping higher. I liked that serve a lot. Even though it, like, he touched net again. It would have led to a point. Even though it still feels like they're pretty in system, I like how spinny that ball is. And I like forcing him to take it out of his midline like this, because it really messes with the approach. Also made it so Samir couldn't handset that, or at least was not willing to handset it. Dude, name of the game. This pass over, overpass, overpass, overpass. I really wanted this to be illegal. His shoulders are very, very square to where he went. I was able to get a touch on it, but I did not keep it on our side, unfortunately. Ooh. My Olympic play? Pretty much. Basically. It was almost a perfect set, but it was an even better kill. Another jump serve. Liked that seam there. Really threw off his setting there. So it works out. I don't have that power for the jump serve yet, but see, like he was still able to get it. But I have the positioning down just a tad. And finally kept the ball on our side, and I was able to give the option to JP. It was still a little tight. He wasn't able to swing on it, but they were out of system enough that it didn't have to be a perfect swing to make it work out. And you got to have some errors sometimes. I have been watching a lot of the men's indoor Olympics, so got to hit it into the net sometimes. Oh my gosh. I really wish he got that one over because, man, the different thoughts that went into my head as this play was happening. Do I jump set? Do I poke it over option? Nah, let me just turn completely horizontal and I dish out the butter. Samir was there too. That shot might not have even worked if it went over. Decent pass. Let's see. Name of the game, hitting errors. Even the fence was pissed off about that. Oh man. Great set off of that, and I tape it, and he just easily passes it over. I don't know if that's what he wanted. Kind of looked like I was pissed there. Okay. Look at that vert. That's like almost to my waistline. That's pretty nice. I've been working on that. Adjust my hat twice. Let's see if I can make a play out of it. Unfortunately, he hits the net, but that dig would have been phenomenal. Way to get behind the ball. Great pass, but why on earth do I pass well if I'm just going to do that anyway? Only one way to end the day off. That. Are you as disappointed as me? I'm not actually disappointed. That was a pretty good morning. As you can tell, I didn't get 3 other games involved in this video, but I'm going to review those as well. But before I review those, I'm going to review this. This is a protein sweet roll with chocolate glazing instead of cinnamon glazing. I microwaved it earlier for 20 minutes, but now I decided I would let it cool off because, that's how it works. The regular sweet roll, the cinnamon one, tasted way better when it was cinnamon, or when it was cinnamon, when it was warm. So we'll see how this does cool. It's still a little warm. Normally the chocolate protein snacks are way better than any of the other ones because chocolate can taste good when it's not fully sweetened. This is not it. I do not recommend this protein sweet roll, but I do recommend getting out there, grinding, and balling. Take care, everybody. Yeah. Take care, everybody. Remember to film yourself.